It's exactly what you thought it would be. The official Q&A for the Paladin is out, and as most of you called it, exactly right. It's going to be slow, it's going to be tanky, and there is no cargo space. Let's dive in and take a look. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I am Montoya. The official Q&A has been released. Let's see what the devs have to say, and there's nothing really too surprising about it. As most of you already know, what is the loaner for the Paladin while it's being developed? And the winner is the Redeemer. As most of you know, the Redeemer also was nerfed to make the Paladin palatable. Yeah, that worked out nice. Yeah. Next question was, regarding VTOL, the Paladin seems to have rotating thrusters at the back of the ship. Well, you can't see them in that picture over there. How does it handle in atmosphere compared to the Valkyrie quad VTOL coverage? It'll be less, right? The Paladin has enough VTOL to handle adequately in atmosphere, though compared to ships such as the Valkyrie, it'll be less agile. Correct. Is there an engineering room? Yes, there is, at the back. Does the Paladin offer escape pods for its crew? It's usually the beds. Yes, the beds. Really, people, ask better questions. All right, better question here. How does the Anvil Paladin compare to the Aegis Redeemer? Now, you kind of know the answer, but let's see what the devs have to say. While both are gunships, they have different takes on that role and playstyle. The recent changes to the Redeemer's turret, weapon, and shield sizes offset by the significant boost to maneuverability. Now, I haven't flown the Redeemer recently, but word is it's actually much better to fly it now. This allows the Paladin to occupy the tankier gunship role. And I mean, looking at the pictures, you can kind of tell that's what they're going for. I'm perfectly good with that. When will the Paladin start production? Good question. It is currently in white box production phase. The Redeemer is supposed to have sophisticated shields, but they are size 2. Why does the Paladin have size 3 when its focus is on armor? The ship's shield size does not confer any sophistication bonus, but instead alters factors such as shield health, capacity, and resistance to damage types. Keep in mind, a lot of this armor and different types of shielding bonuses have yet to come into the game. I saw a little snippet on Reddit about the devs saying how the Ion and Inferno will come into their own roles very quickly once the whole armor versus shield thing comes into the game. So give it some time, but clearly they have a plan for that. Now here's one which was important to me, but I kind of suspected this. Is there any storage in the Paladin, such as gun racks, lockers, or cargo grid? And it didn't look like there was. Answer is, there are gun racks and personal storage for the crew, but there is not a dedicated cargo area with a cargo grid. Fair enough, you know, I would have liked a small, tiny grid, 1 or 2 SCUs would have been great, but look, it has its role, and it's not for carrying boxes. So fair enough, and we'll live with that. Compared to smaller ships such as the Valkyrie and Legionnaire, how well armored is the Paladin? It's going to be extremely well armored. The Valkyrie is a better comparison size-wise. Regardless, the Paladin is well armored and able to take on a significant amount of incoming fire. It is slow, it is heavy, and well armored. That's what they're going for. How fast does the size 5 remote quad turret slide between top and bottom? They're talking about this big turret over here, which can move from the top to the bottom, and the speed of it relative to, I guess, the Scorpius. We'll be evaluating this during production, but it won't move faster than the Scorpius because it takes longer, there's more space to cover. Is the Paladin still efficient if I play with just one friend as a duo? With them using the remote quad turret? Absolutely yes, because the pilot controls the 2 winged mounted weapons over there, and your friend takes care of that turret. That's basically all you need. But let's be honest here, most of you guys are going to be soloing the ship anyway, right? While all the weapon stations are usable with only 2 crew, it is not the optimal loadout because they want you to ram as many friends as possible, but honestly, it's a solo ship. We all know the truth. Do the pilot wing weapons also gimbal? And the answer to that is yes. If there's nobody in the seats that control the wing weapons, then the pilot will control them, albeit locked in a forward arc. Due to the location, their convergence is limited frontally. So, I mean, it's not going to be swinging around as much as other ships, but you do have enough of an arc in front to make them gimbaled in some way, and that is acceptable. How is the visibility with the blast shield activated, and why should we activate the blast shields in the cockpit? Because at some point in the future, that will count towards the hit points on the ship. Visibility is significantly reduced for all seats, however the pilot is the only one impacted as all other stations use remote weapon views. That is correct, didn't think about that. The upper and lower blast shields are independently controlled. Interesting. I wonder why. Why would you want one and not the other? Well, maybe there is no reason. I guess just for the rule of cool, maybe. Allowing the crew to decide whether to fully or partially lock down. In the short term, these pods provide a small HP boost when deployed, but as physical damage comes online, they'll provide additional damage resistance. So anytime you head into action, drop those blast shields and they'll definitely be a lot more helpful. Can we replace any weapons on the Paladin? Yes, you can, because nothing is bespoke. The internal decks show rooms that look rather empty. Can you explain the purpose of rooms 6, 5, 8, and 9? Regarding the internal floor plan, 6 and 9 cover the central transversible area and take up space due to the number of entrance ways from all the connecting rooms, as well as ensuring there is sufficient space to remove components. Number 5 and the room opposite side are the crew quarters, each with a set of bunk beds, desk area, and personal storage. That is cool. Number 8 is the main entrance to the ship and contains 4 suit lockers and a set of weapon racks for each crew member. Nice. With the ammo system in the future, players are wondering about ballistic reloading. Good question. We do still plan for ships to be able to rearm ballistic weapons, either directly on the gun in question or from internal stores fed by players directly. Interesting. Can the ship fly across the system for long-term operations? Well, it better. I mean, it is kind of big and it's supposed to be for long range, isn't it? Its quantum fuel tank will have similar capacity to the Valkyrie. However, given the equipped quantum drive and the different system sizes, there isn't a simple yes-no answer to this. Correct. How many exits does the Paladin offer? Well, we can see right over there in the picture, there's the one door to the side. I don't think there are any more than that. Answer is, there is a single side ramp, and that is it. And that also concludes the Q&A. So nothing really too new about this. I think it's exactly what we expected. I did end up CCUing a blade into this. I figured this will be a lot more useful to me. And I gotta say, I'm pretty excited for this one. I was not initially, but the more we learned about it and after spending some time thinking about it, it's definitely got a place in my hangar and looking forward to seeing it come out. And that concludes that. So if you enjoyed my content, guys, give me a thumbs up. Your comments below about the Paladin, most welcome. I'll catch you in the next one.